Interstellar IM1 has a likely extrasolar composition. It's interstellar. They haven't ruled out that it's created by an extraterrestrial civilization, more exotic sources. They need larger pieces to determine if it is natural or artificially created techno-signature. They think they know where those larger pieces might be found, and have a future expedition planned to find them. Avi Loeb's initial paper regarding his findings from IM1 aka Interstellar Meteor 1 allegedly comes out tomorrow, August 29, 2023. However, one of the secondary researchers authors on the paper tweeted about it and included a screenshot of the title page, the abstract and introduction of the paper. That researcher's tweet, for those too lazy to click through, is as follows. I've been waiting for a long time to finally post this paper. I co-authored a paper with Avi Loeb analyzing the samples we collected from the Pacific Ocean. We discovered spherules that appear to be from a different solar system due to their ultra-high abundance of beryllium, lanthanum, and uranium, thus Belau. The paper should be online soon, and we can't wait for the peer review process. We also have a fairly good idea where the large fragments landed for the next expedition, which will allow us to determine if the object was artificial or just part of another planet's core. Regardless, this result means we likely have the first extrasolar object ever recovered. The paper is titled Discovery of Spherules of Likely Extrasolar Composition in the Pacific Ocean Site of the CNEOS 2014-01-08 IM1 Bolide. Major statements from Avi's paper on IM1. They found 700 spherules using their magnetic sled, and thus far have analyzed 57 of the 700 spherules. They conducted mass spectrometry on 47 of the 57 analyzed spherules thus far. Of those 47, 5 spherules reveal a distinct extrasolar abundance pattern. The extrasolar spherules have abundances of the elements B, La and U, abbreviated Belau, by up to 3 orders of magnitude more than materials found within the solar system do. The Belau abundance pattern is not found in control regions outside of IM1's path and does not match commonly manufactured alloys or natural meteorites in the solar system. This evidence points towards an association of Belau-type spherules with IM1, supporting its interstellar origin independently of the high velocity and unusual material strength implied from the CNEOS data. They suggest that the Belau abundance pattern could have originated from a highly differentiated magma ocean of a planet with an iron core outside the solar system or from more exotic sources. This set of IM1 findings from Avi Loeb is highly relevant to the RUFOs community, as it has previously been speculated that IM1 may be a techno-signature from an extraterrestrial civilization, due to what was previously known about it, its high rate of speed, abnormally high material strength, etc. Unfortunately, Avi Loeb's research is not able to confirm this techno-signature hypothesis at this time. However, that last bullet point, or from more exotic sources, means that the hypothesis that IM1 is a potential techno-signature from an extraterrestrial civilization is not ruled out. So, not confirmed evidence supporting the techno-signature theory, but also not definitively natural origins either yet. The researcher who tweeted about the paper even adds some context to the more exotic sources claim in his tweet, implying the meaning is artificial aka not natural origins, aka a techno-signature. Avi said in an interview with The Hill yesterday that he hopes to find larger pieces of IM1 on a future mission. That will allow him to confirm or disprove the techno-signature hypothesis, and seemed to imply it was not possible with spherules the size he currently has recovered. That's interesting, because the tweet that the researcher tweeted with the screenshot of the paper's pages states, "We also have a fairly good idea where the large fragments landed for the next expedition. which will allow us to determine if the object was artificial or just part of another planet's core. So it sounds like not only do they plan to do future expedition to pursue the techno-signature hypothesis, but that they also have a strong lead on where specifically to look to find those larger pieces of material. Avi said he requires to prove the techno-signature hypothesis. Very exciting. That said, the fact that IM1 appears to definitively be of interstellar origins, and its material composition does not match the material compositions typically found in our solar system is still highly interesting. On the 8th of January 2014, U.S. government satellite sensors detected 3 atmospheric detonations in rapid succession, about 84 kilometers north of Manus Island, outside the territorial waters of Papua New Guinea, 20 kilometers. Analysis of the trajectory suggested an interstellar origin of the causative object CNEOS 2014-0108. An arrival velocity relative to Earth in excess of 45 km/s, and a vector tracked back to outside the plane of the ecliptic Siraj and Loeb, 2022a. The object's speed relative to the local standard of rest of the Milky Way galaxy, 60 km/s, was higher than 95% of the stars in the Sun's vicinity. In 2022, the U.S. Space Command issued a formal letter to NASA certifying a 99.999% likelihood that the object was interstellar in origin. Along with this letter, the U.S. government released the fireball light curve as measured by satellites, which showed their flares separated by 1/10 of a second from each other. The bolide broke apart at an unusually low altitude of 17 kilometers, corresponding to a ram pressure of 200 megapascals. This implied that the object was substantially stronger than any of the other 272 objects in the CNEOS catalog, including the 5% fraction of iron meteorites from the solar system's Siraj and Loeb, 2022b. Calculations of the fireball light energy suggest that about 500 kilograms of material was ablated by the fireball and converted into ablation spherules with a small efficiency. Tillinghast, Raby et al., 2022. The fireball path was localized to a 1 kilometer wide strip based on the delay in arrival time of the direct and reflected sound waves to a seismometer located on Manus Island, Siraj and Loeb, 2023. Despite the IM1 findings likely being disappointing to the RUFOs community, as I'm sure many here were hoping Avi would confirm IM1 to be a techno-signature of an extraterrestrial civilization, we should nonetheless commend Avi for his pursuit of breakthrough areas of science, and having recovered the first interstellar-originated material ever on planet Earth. IM1 being of interstellar origins is still a huge scientific discovery. Even if of natural origins, the IM1 materials recovered will likely produce many future pieces of research papers, and potentially some novel scientific discoveries. Plus, it sounds like Avi is already planning future expeditions to try to recover larger pieces of IM1 to pursue the techno-signature hypothesis. Lastly, the techno-signature hypothesis is still not ruled out. While IM1 appears to certainly be interstellar, Avi himself stated that it may originate from more exotic sources than the core of a planet. Post from user Shomufos at Reddit.